Hey there lads and ladies, it is Petrifying Pumpkins here and I am back already with another Firewall video. I only just got the attack and defend videos done last night and a few hours later we've got a brand new video to look at. This one is focused entirely on showcasing all 9 maps that we'll be getting in the game at launch. So there won't be an awful lot of new information here really, because this video kind of just speaks for itself. There's no narration from the developers or anything like that, just some juicy sweeping shots of the maps and their official names. But still, I've got a reputation to maintain at this point, so I still want to take a closer look. And really quickly before we jump into the video, I just want to say that the channel has recently passed the 700 subscriber mark, and as well as that, I get nothing but nice comments from you folks out there when I upload these videos. So I just wanted to give my thanks for that. You're a sound bunch of lads, as we'd say here in Ireland. But let's get back on topic. So we start off with the 3 United Kingdom maps. Now remember, there are 3 UK maps, 3 Middle Eastern maps, and 3 Russian maps. Now we knew that already, but we didn't know which maps were in which part of the world, except for a couple, but now we know for sure. So starting with the docks map. Now I've referred to this map in the past as the container/shipyard map. Close enough, I think. Straight away we see this ship here and it has something written on the side of it. I think it might say ROM Core, and if it does, that might be an Easter egg for the game ROM Extraction, which is another game developed by First Contact Entertainment over on PC VR. Now we get some nice sweeping shots of the docks before we transition to the gameplay perspective, but there isn't really anything else important to talk about that I can see anyway, so let's move on to the next map. So the next UK map is called Office, and this is the one that I have been calling Social Media Office in the previous videos. Again, I think it was pretty close. So we get some nice shots of this map, and I think it's one of my favorite maps, visually speaking, because of how clean and colourful it looks. And then the last UK map is the Shoot House map. Now the interesting thing about this map is that for the most part it's like a maze and very claustrophobic looking. I mean, I expect many jump scares on this map, but then we see here that it has this catwalk that kind of runs along all the top of the maze kind of area, and I imagine it would be like very risky to actually use that catwalk because of how exposed you are up there. Now I suppose the trade-off is that you get a bird's eye view from up there, so you get a vantage point, so it'll be interesting to see what people do on this map when we have it in our hands in 2 weeks time. So then we move on to the next part of the world, the Middle East, and we learn that the hotel map is located here. Now it seems to have a nice mix of open-ended areas like this lobby area here, as well as an outdoor area that looks very pretty. Plus it has the long narrow hallways with bedrooms running off along the sides, and you can already imagine those hallways being choke points with intense firefights on either side, so it should be a very interesting map. Next up we've got a map called District. Now this map is the one that I've been calling Middle Eastern Streets in the past, and I must say this map looks super nice. It's almost got this like slight green hue to it visually, which reminds me of like the first Matrix film, which is kind of cool. But aside from that, there's just a lot of detail on this map that I like. You've got the narrow alleyways, you've got this big open area here with the bridge that's got like 2 levels to it so that you can go under the bridge if you want. You can see stairs on the right there. It's got an interior here that looks like a grocery store, and I think we're all praying that we can shoot all those jars and fruits and make them explode from the bullets and stuff like that. I'm picturing some really cool shootouts in just this one store. And as we go to gameplay, you've got this kind of nice steam coming up from the sewers or whatever it is on the left hand side here, and you know, I just imagine that'll be really cool to walk through in VR. So next we have the compound map. Now this is the very first map we were shown all those months ago at PSX 2017. I've been calling it the mansion map all this time, but apparently it's a compound. I don't really know what a compound is. Is there a big difference between a compound and a mansion? I don't know, I should Google that. And here we get confirmation that the kitchen scene from the official trailer is part of the compound map, not the hotel map. I thought it was going to be one of the other, but now we know for sure. So we see some big bags of rice here, and I really hope that we see some more like environmental interaction with stuff like that. I know I already mentioned the jars and the fruits in the grocery store, but it'd be nice if we like shot the bag of rice and it spilled on the ground or something like that. Now I'm not talking crazy detailed like something in Uncharted 4, where the bag actually deflates and stuff, but some kind of effect would be nice rather than just like an invincible bag of rice. So the compound map looks like a fairly big map. It's got a lot of both indoor and outdoor areas, and the outdoor area in particular looks quite large. It's also got multiple floors to it as well, so there's some verticality to consider also. Finally, we go to Russia to see the last 3 maps. First up is the bunker map. That's the one I was calling the server room map this whole time, and there's not much I can really say about it. I mean, go ahead and watch the Japan live stream video I did on my channel if you want to see more of that map in action. Next, we move on to the newest map. Now, this is the map I talked about in my last video. In that video, I called it maybe the tank hangar map because it was like a hangar for tanks. Its real name is actually warehouse. Now, it looks quite large and open, but there's a lot of objects on the map like tanks and crates and whatnot, so there's a lot of hiding places really. Not the most exciting looking of the maps in my opinion, but not bad looking either. And then the last map we see is called the Embassy, and this is the one I was calling Office in the past. It looks like an American embassy in Russia, judging by the American flags. I mean, there's not really much to say about it other than it looks, you know, quite nice. So closing thoughts, these maps look really nice, I think, overall. Some of them look a bit better than others, but none of them look bad. But it is one thing to look nice, it's another thing to play nice. So map design is more than just making a map look good. It's about lines of sight and choke points and bottlenecks and a million other things I don't know about because I'm not a level designer, I'm not a developer. I wonder if there will be one standout map that everyone kind of always wants to play, like that dust map in Counter-Strike, or maybe like Nuketown in Black Ops. We can't really judge from this, but it was a nice showcase nonetheless. I think my favorites right now are the Office map in the UK and the District map in the Middle East. But I'd like to hear what you folks think. I'm sure some of you have a better eye for map design than I would, and I'd like to hear what you think about the maps in general, and even if you don't have an eye for that kind of thing, you can still have a favorite. I want to know about it. Also, I've noticed that this vid has got some of you speculating on whether there will be a similar video like this, except showcasing the 12 operators instead. I think that sounds logical, and I hope that they do that. There are still some things we don't know about these operators, and it would be nice to see them up close and personal like we did for the Texas character in the pre-order video. So keep your eyes peeled for more Firewall videos on the PlayStation YouTube channel. And I will end this video here, lads and ladies. Thank you for watching and for your continued support. If you want to help me out, then usual shite, you know the drill by now. I don't like saying it, you're probably sick of hearing it, but you know, I need them numbers for the YouTube algorithms, you know, or some shit like that. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitter at Petrifying Pump, and don't forget about the official Firewall community on PSN and the Firewall subreddit /Firewall 0 hour. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.